Video facciamo insieme a Antonio originale. Listen. Yeah, me, yeah, we ain't shit. And I'm sorry now. We're born to deal with your mom, and I broke my promise. Yeah, me can't get you in shit. And I'm sorry. He didn't have a big beer. I went to the day. Yeah, we're paying you now. Can't I make a mouth? But you got some money now. Man, you're the other side. Yeah, many man, I'll be with some of it. Cause I'm in love with you now. Put it home. Girl, I'm in love with you now. Said I'm in love with you now. Girl, I'm in love with you now. Said I'm in love with you now. Girl, I'm in love with you now. You are always on my mind. Said I'm in love with you now. I'm in love with you now. Girl, I'm in love with you now. Well, now we haven't yet trend, no sorry. Because my heart ripped it out and you start running. Now I'm crying, yeah, and you lied to me. Boy, I said I know you would do it to me. And if you look over to me, I am happy. Again, I'm the news and the old I am me. I know I'm making sure I get to it. I'm in love with you now. 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 You always on my mind. I'm in love with you now. I'm in love with you now. Intimate edit to West, the one by one, if it's true. If you are not in the book, I send a money, what bonus to do. If I'm the chip, I'm the so. Tell them I'm never tell me job home alone. If you ever double time, it sounds so do me phone. And round the fire, so let me take the voice, the tone. Now I'm so ashamed. Can't even call you my own. Get the body from the body, check me, I would tell what you lose. Look at me, papa, we can't lay on my knee. So come on, one time, I say, simply the truth. This man, it was a king, yeah, we didn't pick me. Never. Promises will weak. You could never keep a jamming on my yama will go be sakyori. I try to understand why my love will still remain. Cause I love you, baby. Want you, baby. The only one who can make me say
Yes, good evening, everyone. We appreciate every one of you, and I thank God for every one of you. Welcome to Bed of Roses, where love rules, where love is in charge, where we do it together. And I want you to know that tonight is going to be a special edition. So somebody join us wherever you are. You may be outside UK, you may be in UK. We appreciate you tonight on this program, Bed of Roses, love in the air, love in the air. And I want you to know that the curtains will be lifted up and we will find the topic that we are discussing tonight. But if you have joined us this evening, please do me a favor and share. Invite a brother, a sister, a friend, get somebody on board whilst we all get it together. And I know that sometimes there are things that we love, but we don't know much about it. There are things that we want to do, but we don't know exactly what to do. And for that matter, Bed of Roses is here that we will ignite the love in us. We will ignite the joy of knowing one another, of being in love. And so tonight, let us share, let us discuss, let us deliberate together as you and I do it together always. But today is going to be a little bit different. So invite a friend, a sister, a brother, a friend, get somebody on board. Please share and continue sharing to as many as you can. And I believe that is going to be an interesting time. A time for you to be blessed, a time for you to be inspired, a time for you to enjoy what God wants to do. Somebody get yourself on board. Get yourself on board. I appreciate every one of you in Jesus' name. Amen and amen. So thank God for everyone. I've seen Doxa on it already. Doxa, share to as many as you can. I am going to release a song, and right after the song, we go straight into discussion. And so somebody do me well and share. Doxa says, hi Rev, looking, thank God and we bless God. Amen. And then we continue to say, love this song. Amen and amen. Girl, I'm in love with you. That is what the song says. I am in love with you. Yes, we are going to discuss on love. There are so many things that we must know about love, and that is why we are all here tonight. So let us get on to discussion very soon. So the video will be playing. Whilst it's playing, somebody do me a favor, share to as many as you can. Get people on board. Let us do it together. And I believe that we are going to spice up our love life. And for those that are yet to get in it, you get yourself equipped. You get yourself prepared before you get into the love affairs. And so that when you get there, you are ready, definitely ready. I appreciate every one of you. It is time to share. Let us begin to share and share and share and share. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So now I'm going to release the song as a video so that we will take the moment to share. Thank you so much. Thank you.
My room as I waken from another dream of you. You be staring at me, giving me a kiss, say honey, play me a song, simple melody. It be something who say, although baby, wait till you nyam ya channel. You came along when I was nobody. Then show me how to be somebody. Hey, you baba, hoy, bashi, oh, I go die with you, get bad boy, feet so bad, and say, whoa, my love. You bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me. You bring out the best in me. Oh, the best. The touch of your hand. You bring out the best in me. Gotta let me know you're my man. Oh, you're my man. You bring out the best in me. 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 With a single touch of your hand, boy. You bring out the best in me. Gotta let them know you're my man, boy. You bring out the best in me. So every second, every minute, every hour, you say the things that only make me stronger. You give me the strength to accept the things I cannot change. Why me didn't get trained? Intentionality, I'm a different move. Baby, I'm not here, now you're true. Who should me crazy?
Yes, indeed, you bring the best out in me. That is a beautiful song out there. Somebody, you bring the best out in me. That is what love is supposed to do. Love is supposed to bring the best out of you. But what do we have today? But we are still here to discuss and deliberate. As you have joined us tonight, please bring your questions, your contributions, and I believe that we are going to enjoy this discussion together. God bless every one of you. I appreciate you all. I thank God for every one of you on board this evening. It is a love night. It is a love night. Discussion on love. Love is what we are, and love is what we live for, and love is what we strive for. And for that matter, we must know most of the things that we have to know about love. And so, somebody, if you have joined Bed of Roses, I want you to say in this place, love rules. Love rules. And so tonight, what do we have behind the scenes? Behind the scenes, what is there? I want you to get yourself ready once we get deep into love, deep into discussion. God bless you. I'm going to reveal the topic to us, and then I'm going to play a little bit of jazz to calm you down, to get your notebook and your pen by your side whilst we discuss today. Discussion is going to be very interesting. The topic tonight is signs of love in dating. Signs of love in dating. How can I know that he loves me? How can I know that I am falling? I am falling. Some people, you are dating, but you don't know whether you are still standing or you're falling already. But we are going to find out. This is the discussion we are going, and many more that we are going to discuss tonight. And so, somebody, get yourself ready. Please do share. Do me a favor and share. Continue sharing. We have Minister Lori, Miss Papeku on. It's a nice video. Thank you so much, Minister Lorraine. God bless you. We have Emily Lara says, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Emily. We bless God. We bless God. Somebody tag somebody on. Get somebody on board. And we also have Miss Law says, you jazz. I love jazz. I love jazz. So we are going to jazz ourselves this evening. And so, buddy, let us do it together. And let us do it together. Minister Lauren, I love that. He said some are also squatting. Some are also squatting. Yes, love is something that we all have to learn about it. Some people don't know whether, just as Minister Lauren is saying, whether they are still standing, whether they are limping, whether they are falling or squatting. We are going to find out. How do you know that you are falling in love? How do you know that you are still there? A little bit of the jazz, and then we are ready to groove. Somebody, the first question that I'll be asking is, get yourself prepared. What is love? After this jazz, what is love? What is your edition of love? What is your definition of love? Because we are talking of signs of love in dating. If I'm dating someone, how do I know that the person loves me? How do I know that I love him? How do I know that I have already fallen or I'm still standing? This is the question of the day. And so, somebody, we are all going to do it together. Please do share to friends and loved ones. We want everyone on board. Yes, Shana is here. And we thank God for Shana. I say, good evening, Reverend, everyone. Good evening to you. We bless God for your life. Minister Lauren says, been squatting for too long, Crampo. Some of them are squatting for too long. Today they will get up. Because some of the things we are going to talk about, how do you know you are compatible? How would you know that you, the man you are dating, the woman you are dating, you are compatible, that you have to move to the next stage? So get yourself prepared. Get yourself ready as we all dive straight into it. God bless you. God bless you. Minister Lauren says again, you should answer this question first. Low. Who should answer it first? Shana should answer the question first. Shana, please get yourself ready. You say you are the first person to answer the question. In fact, Shana, call the studio line and give us. I learned that you are a pro. You are a pro on that. So call the studio line whilst the jazz is playing. Right after, and then please give us the definition of what love is. We appreciate every one of you. Once it's on, please share. Invite somebody on it and let us do it together. I am already grooving. I am already settled. I am ready. So let us adjust ourselves for just about 2 minutes and then we'll go straight into discussion again. Thank you, everyone. And please do share. Oh my God. Wow, wow. A little just to cool you down, to get you ready into the discussion. And I believe that that is a slow one for the heart. Sometimes the heart needs to slow down. There are so many things that keep us running and then they keep us on our toes. But this is the moment where we want to settle down and discuss and talk about love matters, what runs the soul, what the soul really intensely love. And so tonight we are discussing signs of love in dating. Signs of love in dating. The studio lines will be open, and we appreciate every one of you. God bless you. Let me take a few comments before we go into the first question of the day. We thank God for all those that have joined us. Please do me a favor, share, and continue sharing. I appreciate every one of you. May the grace of God come upon every one of us. Don't be shy tonight. There is no shyness in love. Somebody open up and let us all share together. Whatever you don't know, please, we will also share. What you know, also please share. And so we all do it together this evening. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for coming on board. Thank you for coming on board. I also want to go further to acknowledge Minister Lauren says, okay, yep. He say, haha, she's enjoying herself a laugh. He says, Shana takes this eyes off. Shana take the eyes off. And then she goes further to say that there is a theory that men stands in love and women fall in love. Oh, why is it so? If that is a theory, then we might find out why it's so, why it's said. Minister Lauren, give us why it's been said that men stand in love and women fall in love. We want to understand why. I appreciate God for your life. We have also Angela has made it fantastic. Mommy, you are looking excellent. Thank you. I am learning from you, Angie. I have been copying you, and we bless God for grace release unto us. God bless you all. We go further, and then Shana say, Lauren, I will leave this question for you to answer. Low. Okay, the two of them is battling who will answer. I believe both of you are going to answer. But Shana first. We bless God for your life. Now we go further, and then Minister Lauren says, so sometimes it is hard to know if the signs are genuine or we women love with our heart or men love with their head. Yes, that is exactly why we are here tonight, because we want to find out the signs of what? Falling in love, the signs of love in dating. Before somebody say, I do, what should they look out for? And so we are going into it straight into that. We have Mrs. Tete on the line, an amazing guest here. We have, and then she's here again today. We appreciate God for her life. Mrs. Tete, we salute you. You are such an amazing inspirer, and we bless God for your life in Jesus' name. Amen. We thank God for also, she says, good evening, prophetess. Good evening to you, Mrs. Tete. We have Minister Lauren says, if they let you have the last hot wings, they will have you. Oh, okay. So now discussion has begun. The curtain has been lifted up. We want to find out tonight what are the signs? What are the signs of love in dating? If I'm dating a man, if I'm dating a woman, how do I know that I am in love? How do I know that this is love? How do I know what is love? How do I know I've even fallen in love? How do I know? We want to talk about the signs of love. In order to find the signs of love, we want to find the first question is, what is love? What is love? And I want to let you know that the studio lines are open for anyone that want to call the studio line. In fact, not anyone. I will encourage everyone for you to call. We want to hear your voice tonight. We want to hear that which is in your head. We have wisdom in many people's head. And today, please join us and let us all do it together. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate every one of you. So please get on board and let us do it. I'm going to release the studio numbers now so that you can also call. We have countries that are listening to us this evening, and we appreciate Germany, we appreciate Australia, we appreciate Canada, we also appreciate United States of America, we appreciate Ghana, our motherland, we appreciate United Kingdom, we appreciate that. There are a lot more which I will mention after. I will check on that. We appreciate every one of you. God bless you. Thank you for coming. Now the studio lines is going to be released up there. And somebody, it is your time to call. What is love? What is love? If we want to find the signs of love in dating, then what is love? How can I know this is love? Please, somebody get on board and let us discuss. I will just bring a brief definition of what love is, but and Angeles, I want to know the signs of love. You want to know the signs of love? Yes, I want to know as well. Tonight, we all want to find out. So what are the signs of love? How can I tell that I have fallen already? Now, we are going to go in discussion to that. I will just define love in a simple term so that somebody, you can also come in with your definition. Love is an intense feeling from the soul, with deeper and intense feeling of the soul, with deeper satisfaction and affection. Deeper satisfaction and affection. So I will just simply put it this way, that some people say that love is not just a feeling, but I want you to know that love starts with feeling, but it doesn't just end there. It proceeds, it go past feeling, just feeling it, but it takes action. Love is an action word. So I want you to know that when we are defining love, there are so many components that must be involved in the definition of love to make it complete. So you cannot say love is just a feeling. No, it is more than a feeling. It is more than a feeling, because love is an action word. And for that matter, we are here tonight. I want to know your definition. I want to know what you know about love. And I want to know what you call love. And so the studio lines are open. Please do call in now. And let us make our discussion tonight. I appreciate every one of you on board. Michelle, Gia, you are also on board. Michelle, God bless you. Say good question. Michelle, say good question. We want to find out what love is. And God bless you. Okay, yeah. Minister Lauren says this topic reminds me of the song. I want to know what love is. One of my love songs, one of the songs that I love. But for some reason tonight we are holding on to that and we'll play it a bit later on. And so therefore, somebody, we want to know what is the definition of love. We all want to know. We are all here. We are embodiment of love. But what is actually love? What is love? Who is the next person coming online? Who is the next person to call the studio line? The studio lines are open. Please do call and then let us find out what is love. What is love? We want to find out the meaning of love. The meaning of love tonight. I want to hear questions. I want to hear contributions. So please do call in and let us find love. Let us find the definition of love. The best definition of love to you. Please make it available. I believe that Mrs. Tete, you are there. Please let us have you on board. We appreciate God for your life, and to those of you that are out there, what is love? What is love? To that beautiful lady that have sent me a message behind the scenes. I've got a message behind the scenes. Let me quickly read that message. The person is telling me that I honestly don't know. I haven't dated for 12 years, and so I have forgotten. My God, she hasn't dated for 12 years, so the person has forgotten what love is. I don't know what to say. Please find something and say. Find something and say. We appreciate you. Good evening. Who do I have there? Who do I have there? Good evening.
Good evening, it's Dr. Teacher.
Aha, Doxa, how are you doing? I appreciate God for your life, and we thank God. Welcome once again. I briefly want you to introduce yourself before we go further into discussion. So, who is Doxa? Who is Doxa?
Good evening, guys. My name is Dr. Dr. is somebody who tries to love God and leave a mark for God here on earth. Whatever God is doing, I'm happy to put my hand on it. That's who Doctor is. And I'm here to learn about love before I say I do. So please, those that have not been in love 12 years ago, please, I beg you, I need some advice.
Yes, we all want to find out tonight. It is a grounds of, it says it's not clear. Okay. Okay. Can you do you hear Doxa speak? Can somebody also confirm that if you can hear Doxa speak?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, but Angela said it is not clear, Mommy. So let us find out from other people there. Please, I have adjusted it now. Let me know if you can hear Doxa speak. Yes, I can. Okay, Minister Lorraine can hear you. Okay, thank you so much. Angie, can you hear now? Can you hear now? Just a little faint. Okay, then Doxa, please amplify your voice because I have increased it to the max. So please amplify your voice and let them hear. I think Doxa is trying to talk romantic tonight, and that is why her voice is a bit faint tonight. She wants to be romantic, but we appreciate that. When love is talking, love brings their voice down. So somebody can even use that as a definition for love. But we believe that we are all hearing. So Doxa, if you can repeat what you just said in order for those that could not hear you, please do that for me.
So hi guys, my name is Doctor, and like I said, Doctor is just someone who is trying to love God, somebody who's trying to do anything that God wants done, and who is happy to do it, and trying to leave a mark for Him here on earth, and lead everyone to Him, if my nail can lead you to God, I would love that. So yeah, I am just an ordinary girl who is trying to love God.
Oh, thank you so much. You heard for yourself who Doxa is, and we appreciate God for her life, trying to make a mark for God on earth. And one of the mark is that she wants to love what God wants her to love, and that's why we are all here tonight to find out what is the signs of love in dating. How can I know that I am in love? How can I know that I've fallen in love? And then just as Minister Lauren said, how can I know whether I'm squatting in love or jumping in love or slinging in love? We want to find out tonight. So to somebody out there, if you know the answer to it, what is love? What is love? We want to find out. I've given a simple definition of what love is. I want to hear from those of you that are out there. Michelle, God bless you. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Angie, I want to hear your voice as well. God bless you. Now the studio lines are open. I'm going to allow Doxa to come in, and to those of you out there, please let us hear your voice as well. Doxa, so what is your definition of love? When we talk about love, what would you say love is? Or what love is not?
I think the best that I have is the Bible, 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13, verse 5.
Go ahead.
From verse 5. And it reads, I like the translation, the TPT version, the Passion version. It goes, love does not traffic in shame, and it's not disrespectful. It is not selfishly seeking its own honor. Love is easily irritated or quick to take offense. Love joyfully celebrates honesty and finds no delight in what is wrong. Love is a safe place of shelter, for it never stops believing the best for others. Love never takes failure as defeat, or it never gives up. Wow. Love never stops loving. It extends beyond the gift of prophecy, which eventually fades away. It is more enduring than tongues, which one day will fall silent. Love remains long after words of knowledge are forgotten. But when love's perfection arrives, the partial will fade away.
Wow, amazing.
I don't think I have.
Are you actually reading a Bible or you're reading a novel?
I was actually reading. I copied it and started reading it, so I can screenshot it and post it on the comments.
Oh wow, that looks so exciting. So you can even think of, oh wow, how can love be so much explained in the Bible like that? It is very, very important. I love what you just read, Doctor. I appreciate that. If you can post it, please do post it and let us know. And I appreciate that. So somebody, Bible also have a definition of love. And then there are so many things that they say love does not traffic in shame and disrespect, nor selfishly seek for its own honor. Love is not easily irritated or quick to take offense. Love is joyful, celebrate honesty, and find no delight in what is wrong. Love is safe place of shelter, for it's never stop. Okay, it never stop believing and the best for others. Love never takes failure as a defeat. Love is not, never gives up. Love never stop loving. It intends beyond the gift of prophecy. Which version is that? Which version are you reading?
It's the CPT, Passion Translation.
Oh, okay. That is a very good version. Okay, let me quickly take this. We have a caller on the line. Let me appreciate it. Hello, good evening. Who is there?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Better brothers.
Let's hear you, anointed one.
I'm calling it. The shadow will be the next one to call.
Please do that.
Oh, hi, doctor. Okay, so the question is, the question is, what is love, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I would say love is an emotion that keeps people bonded and committed to one another.
Love is, can you explain it a bit further for us? That is deep for me. Deep, very deep for me.
Okay. So love is an emotion. You know, sometimes people say, "Oh, you know, this person. When I see them, I get tingly. What's the word they use? You know, you have tingles, or you have butterflies in your tummy, or when you see them, you feel some kind of way. Be like, hey, this guy's. We were in front of a very cool. You know. When you see them and you know they're behind you and you're walking, you can't even walk straight, you feel shy, you know, so there's that emotional feeling when you see that person, and you don't have that for everybody else. So you have to be careful, you know, not to mistake it for lust. Because more often than not, when you follow the emotions, you end up in lust. But that lust too, I mean, when you lost somebody, that emotional feeling is there, because without it, my God and my king, you're in trouble. So yeah, it's that emotional feeling that keeps people bonded. You know, it's because of that when you are away from the person, you want to see them. You probably just left your house, but you can't wait the next day to go see them again. So it keeps the two of you together all the time. And even when you're not together, you're always on the phone speaking to each other because, oh, I've already missed you. And yeah. So it's that emotion that keeps people bonded and committed. That is when you probably take it to the next level, committed to one another. It's love that makes you do that.
Amazing. See, when Minister Lauren is speaking, you know that she has been there before, because the way she's giving the vivid explanation of what love is, you know, it keeps you bonded, longing for each other. So there is no need for me to say whether you've fallen in love or not. You have, and you are still in love, and we appreciate that. We thank God, because for you to talk from the angle where you are coming from, I believe love is speaking. Love is speaking from your heart, and we appreciate God. Thank you so much for giving us. Don't go yet, because we have more questions to come, and I know that you have to go, but I know you go after 9.
Yeah.
So Okay, stay backstage and then we'll continue on. So we appreciate that so much, and to every one of you that is there. Shana, please, we want to hear your voice. Shana is telling me that her internet keeps freezing, but now she's able to laugh. You know, she because she wants to escape the question, but you can't escape it. So Shana, we want to hear you. We want to hear you tonight. Your internet is back on, and I know that is back on. Your internet just told me that. We appreciate every one of you there, and we also Proxy is also with us. Proxy, how are you doing? We appreciate you right now. For every one of you that have joined us, please, it's a moment to share. It is a moment that we are all discussing and deliberating what love is. What actually is love. What can we say love is? To you, what is love? Let us go further into discussion. I would have loved many definition of love on this particular subject, because we want to find out the signs of love in dating. Somebody is in courtship, they are in dating. How do they know that they are in love? Some people are not there yet, but yet they want to accept the proposal because they have the fantasy of just getting married. They want to just say, oh, I'm married. And for that matter, they accept proposals anyhow. But we want to find out if love, if marriage is based on love and the relationship is based on love, then what actually is love? Mama Jessie say, Japan, God bless you. Sikaba, God bless you. He says, good evening, Reverend. Oh, good evening to you. We appreciate everyone that are on board. Please, when you get here, please share, and continue sharing. So Doxa has given her definition. I've given my definition. I have to wait for those that are coming. We will go further into the next topic. Michelle, do you say, I see? Okay, Michelle is also thinking through. We appreciate your life, Michelle. Now, the next thing that we want to find out is that what are the signs that one can tell that they are falling in love? I am dating someone. We have dated, okay, for a while. How do I know that I am falling in love? How do I know that what are some of the things one can say? What are some of the things one can say that this one is something that I can say I have fallen in love? Now, Mrs. Tete is on board and he says love is a deep affection towards one another who covers all wrong, and it's never self-centered. Love is denying oneself for some. Love is denying oneself for for someone they cherish. Amen and amen. So we appreciate every one of Mrs. Tete. That is deep. We always love your contribution. We thank you. Thank you for coming on board. We appreciate that. Process says, I'm doing well. How are you doing today? I'm very glad for this powerful program, ma'am. We appreciate God for that. I am doing amazing, and I thank God for your life as well. Amen. And Minister Lawrence, love is when someone makes you a priority and not an option. My God, I love that. I love that. That when you become a priority, not an option, you are not the second best. You are the first thing that the person thinks of. You are the first person that the person wants to talk to, always wanting to hear your voice. Don't put you at the bottom, and then when everything is done, then they seek, one day they are done, they remember something about you, they call you. But when they are okay, you don't hear from them. That is not love. So therefore, let us quickly go further and then find the signs of love. How do I know that I am falling in love? Doxa, how do you know? How can one tell that they are falling in love? Thank you. How can one tell that they are falling in love?
I know that I have fallen in love. I think where what is wanting to speak to them. You always want, it's like, I have some information I want to share. I want to tell the person. That person has to be the first one to hear. I can't wait to text them. I can't wait to just to share anything that I need sharing. Even some things that I don't need sharing. I just want to be on the phone to this person. So I want to be on the phone to this person. I want to spend time with this person. I want to take walks. I want to plan dates with this person. I want to go places with this person. I ask for their opinion. Now, more importantly, I think most times I find myself asking how they would do certain things so that I make sure that I make the other party happy. So, like, I'm scared. Like, it's sacrifice. It's like, so I want to be on this. Oh, but you've got post in the morning. Oh, it's okay. Okay. Let's talk for 2 more hours, and then I'll go to sleep for 1 hour. And then I'll go to school. I always want to be in communication with this person. I want to do things with this person. And I want to hear from the other person. I want to hear what they're doing, what they're eating, what they're planning on doing, what they're planning on going, even if they're breathing, have they got any hair, did they lose any hair? Like, I want to hear everything about them. I can't wait to hear from them. I just want to be in communication with them constantly.
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 Thank you so much. Did you believe that somebody you are picking? Shana say, I am learning. Yes, please do learn because we are all getting to know certain things. Wisdom is not in one person's head. And I believe that this is the time for we all to share and deliberate and find answers to things that are missing in our life. So just as Doctor has also explained what she would love to be in constant relationship with the person they love, to hear all about them. And that is the sign of love. When you love somebody, you yearn to hear from them. We appreciate that. We have Mrs. Jewatete also says that love is humility and does not see oneself as better than the other. My God, love does not degrade the other. You don't suppress the other person whilst you project yourself being the best or being the most powerful or being the most special person. But love always humble themselves. Thank you so much, Mrs. Tete. We appreciate that definition of love. And more, please keep more coming. Keep more coming. We appreciate every one of you because love is something that we all need to share. Now we go back. We have Minister Lorraine also there before I also come in with what are some of the signs that one can tell that you are in love. What are some of the signs that one can tell? Proxy says, I'm learning. We appreciate that. Proxy, please share. Share. Continue sharing for us. And now, Minister Lorraine, so we want to know. What are some of the signs that one can tell that they are in love? What are the signs that one can tell that they are in love?
Okay, thank you. I think one of them too is that you can't stop talking about the person.
Okay.
Every time, everywhere you get to, when you are at work, everyone at work is going to know the name of that person, even if they've never seen him before or her before, because you're all talking about them. And another thing too, I guess, is you're thinking about them. Everything that you think about them, you see something in them. You see something and you are, will this guy or this girl probably love to eat this? Or maybe, with the last time we went there, we tried this. Maybe next time I'll tell him, let's go there, we'll try it. You're everything that you think about him and you're talking, his name is the first thing on your list every morning. Maybe, well, not maybe. It should be like that. Every time you're praying, you're mentioning that person's name. Yeah. I think it's
amazing, and I appreciate that so much. I think I had a caller, but we just lost the caller. So caller, please do call back. We appreciate that so much. So when you love someone, said by me, Minister Lorraine, you always talk about the person. People who don't know them begin to even know them. So when the person appears, they say, oh, so is that you? Is that it? They begin to just know the person because you have spoken so well and you have vividly described the person. You have vividly described the person, the way they look, the way they are, the way they respond to things. So people, you even make people yearn to know the one that you are in love with. And most of the time, the things we talk about are good and pleasant things. I believe that when you are in love, even when they are doing certain things, you polish it and then you say it nicely before your friends and loved ones, even before your family. And so these are some of the signs that, sister, you are falling. You are going slowly in love. You are going slowly. You are sitting down probably. You are just about to lie down, or some of you are squatting. And so for whatever, we appreciate you, Minister Lorraine, for this detail of telling us the signs of love. Let me take a few comments and then I also come in with a few things. If you are there, please also let us know. Michelle Dia said, love is sacrificial. Love is sacrificial. We appreciate that. Is so true. If you love someone, you can't wait to sacrifice for them. You can't wait to let go of certain things for their sake. And so that is very, very true. Michelle continued to say mercy. She says mercy. It means that you are saying something that is right on point. Okay. And then we have Stephanie Amponsa. How are you? He says, good evening. Good evening to you too. We bless God. Michelle Dia said, love is too Love is to obey. Love is to obey. Yes, so right. And then Stephanie said, love is respect. Love is respect. And then love, she goes against him, reciprocal respect and commitment. Oh, thank you so much, Stephanie. Stephanie, please do share for us. We appreciate you so much and everyone on board. Emily Lara says, love is when you make time for the person. When you make time for the person, it shows that you are in love. You are in love. And then we have Joseph Intigosin, my son, is also there. He said, thank you, Minister Lauren. He says, Lauren, Miss Papeku. So your point is really hitting some nail, you know, and then they are loving it. Okay, one of the aspects that I also want to come from is that love bring you a feeling that is sometimes is usually not there. Get it? Love makes you, it brings some feelings or reveals some feelings that are usually not there. Usually you don't feel that same way towards someone. Sometimes some of you are usually not shy, but with this particular person, when you stand before them, you mumble. Your words are gone. You don't know what you are even saying. And then it means that you are short of words. You know, so sometimes love can present itself in that manner. It makes you shy. You are shy of the person. All of a sudden, you that are so vibrant and everything, you are shy of one particular person. Sister, I want you to know that that is a sign of love. You are shy so much that when you see the person, you want to duck and find somewhere and hide. And I want you to know that this is exactly the sign of love. So get yourself on board, every one of you. We appreciate everyone, and I believe that Doxa has also given the signs of love. I appreciate every one of you that is getting on board. Thank you so much. Let me quickly pass this number on to Master David as he is also getting ready to join us tonight. I appreciate that. Okay, so now love brings you a feeling that sometimes is usually not there or is hidden deep within you. So it can make you, sometimes it brings you what? It makes you self-aware. It brings self-awareness. Now, all of a sudden, you become aware of yourself. You want to look good. You want to look neat. You want to dress yourself well because you are falling in love. You want to look presentable for the person that you love. So love, the sign of love also brings us self-awareness. It makes you become aware of yourself. Oh no, I don't want to, my hair must look clean, you know, and then you begin to make sure you are in right shape and all that. It is a sign of love. And sometimes to other people, where they have the misfeeling, let me talk about that. Where they have a misfeeling, it tends to become anger. They express anger because sometimes they don't want to accept what they are feeling. They don't want to accept what they are feeling, so they begin to battle with their feelings and their emotion and say, nah, how can I love this one? No, I don't love the person. So it becomes, it's like a tug of war. The tug of war between the feelings and the reality, the feelings and the reality and what they have already been through. So some people, the sign of love for you may not necessarily be the same as other people, where other people may be having shyness, but for you, it is a pure anger. I know two couples that started with log eyes. They were actually fighting when they saw each other. This one would definitely insult the other. Look at him, look at his head. He thinks he's the handsome boy. And he said, look at this. She's all knowing. I don't even know I don't see anything good in her. Why she behaved the way she's behaving. But I tell you that today they are madly in love and married with children. But it started as fight. It started as a tug of war. It started as wrestling. They were wrestling. Their heart was wrestling for one another. Because some of you can't just accept that. Why am I tripping for this person? Why am I dropping for this one? Why am I lowering my standard for this one? Hear me, I want to announce to you that that is the sign of love. So for you, the fact that you are angry about somebody or constantly does not mean you don't like them. It's because you can't accept your feelings. You can't accept your feelings. So love can bring out so many different types of feeling in us. Sometimes it can make you mute. You know, the person will be there and then you are standing right there and they'll be asking you a question and your mouth cannot easily open. Your mouth cannot easily open. Sometimes their appearance or their persona gets you deaf and dumb. So yes, Minister Lauren said daydreaming. Then so you be there and then you are looking at the person. Your mind is way on something else. So whilst the person is even talking to you, you are daydreaming. You are thinking you are already in the wedding date, or you are already on the honeymoon. You are already fantasizing beyond what even the person is done. So the person may sometimes they tap you before you startle and come back because you are daydreaming. You are fantasizing in your mind. So there are so many signs that comes and for you to know that you are in love. And one of the things before I will take other people is that it looks like some of you hear me. You seem to agree with everything that the person says. Some of you don't even question it. You don't question it at all. As far as as far as the person says something, it is a yes for you. You will not think through because you love them. You will not think through whether it is a yes or it is good or bad. It is a yes for you because there is an emotion that is playing up between you. So the two of you, they tend to agree on sometimes even the silliest things you agree on. So one of the signs is agreement. Agreement is one of the signs of love. Let me take a few comments so that it doesn't be like I'm the only one talking here. So let me take a few comments and then I will come back. Master David is preparing to join us, and so somebody get yourself ready as we also hear him. So somebody please do share as you continue to be here. Emily Lara is okay. We have read that. We have Minister Lauren said you genuinely want them to be happy when you are in love and constantly tell them, or when you love somebody, you genuinely want them to be happy. Yes, that is true love. There are people's love that are not true, and for sometimes they tell you something that they don't mean. That means that it is not true love. But true love, they what they do is that the person does not think of themselves. They are always thinking of you. They are always thinking of you, looking at the betterment of the person. They may be shabbily dressed. They may not be okay, but they are thinking of buying you a shirt, thinking of buying you a dress, making you beautify. So that is really true. So that is why if it is a reciprocal thing, as Stephanie said, you give and I give, nobody will be lacking. Hear me? So you are in love with someone, yeah, and then you are thinking of the person, and the person is also thinking of you. You are thinking how best you can make this person's life to become, and the person is also thinking of how best they can make your life become. That is love. It is not one-sided. It is not one-sided. When a man comes to you, I love you because I want you to take care of me. No, that is selfishness playing. Get it? Yeah, I love you because I love you because of the food you cook for me. That is selfishness. I love you because I want to take care of you. I want to be there for you. That is love speaking right there. It is not about what you will get, but what you will give. Love is not about what you will get, but what you will give. Love is given. Love is given. One attribute of love is given. You cannot be in love without giving. You have not fallen in love yet. Hear me. If you are in love and you are always asking, give me, brother, check it. It is last. Sister, if you are in love and you are always asking, give me, it's last. But if you are in love, you will find one way or the other to give. You may not necessarily give in the same measure. Let us get it. You may not even have money, but you give attention. You give love. You give your ear. You are there for the person. And so somebody, I want you to know that these are the signs of love that one also will need. So you must know all this. Where are my callers gone? They just drop. Is it the internet or you intentionally drop them? Please come back. Every one of you, please come back. We appreciate every one of you. We need you all on board. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And then I believe that some of you, when we talk about signs of love, it may baffle your mind because to somebody who may say that I have not been in love for 12 years, I've not been dating for 12 years. There are things that you may be feeling, but sometimes because you deny it, some people can come to the state of denial because, I have, because of my past or because of things that have gone on, they don't think that what they are feeling is love. But I want you to know that it is definitely love. And that is why we must all know what the signs of love is so that you don't deny love. You don't deny love when it's coming to you. So we appreciate every one of you. We thank God. Let me take a comment there and then we'll come back. Where are the callers? Please do come on. We appreciate every one of you. Do come on. Now we have Mrs. Teta says this is annoyance. This annoyance. Sometimes you are annoyed for no reason. You love the person, but you are annoyed. Let me pick Master David, and then we'll come back so much on that. Thank you so much. Good evening to you, Master David.
Good evening. Good evening, my sister. Good evening, and good evening to all your listeners. Sorry for being an absentee panelist for quite a while.
Yes, we have indeed missed you.
This one, I have to accept any punishment you guys give me.
Okay.
This one, no excuse.
And then they have already said, they said for your punishment, they want to see you on. For your punishment, we want to see you on continuously for 2 months.
I brought my own cross and nails, so if you guys want to nail me.
So the nail is that. So if you have got it, the nail is that continuously 2 months, we want to hear you on board without fail. So we thank God for your life. Thank you for coming, and then we always appreciate you coming. So what we have on board today, the signs of love in dating. How can one tell that they are in love? What we are sharing right now is that how can I know that I've fallen in love? If somebody is dating, how can they come to the point of accepting that I have fallen in love? I actually have fallen. I am just in love. So any angle that you want to come from, so we also want to have the definition of love, and that is where we are. So if you want to come through now, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. And I was listening when my sisters were explaining the love from the biblical standpoint. But you know me, as usual, as always, I want to take the other side, but I'm not. If I want to compete with her in the Bible, I will always lose. So I don't, when somebody is good at what they do, you let them do it. Then you slowly go behind them and learn. So when she comes and she's talking, I just have to make sure I have my notebook and be writing, because she's always saying it as it is. And I like the way she explained it. And one thing I also want to draw our attention to it is, let's not forget that all that they said was true. Feeling that emotions and also talking about the person to people, thinking about them all the time and all that. Yeah. By dictionary definition and from the perspective of people who claim to know love and how to define it with English word, we might say it's right.
Yeah.
But isn't the same route people use to manipulate others? Is that not the same thing? Those who want to manipulate you, is that not how they show? They also show affection. They will talk to you. They will make you laugh, because they know when you make a woman laugh more than 2 hours, they begin to move towards you. They begin to have that kind of affection automatically. That doesn't mean you love the person. There is a difference between love and like. Okay. You like the person because they make you smile. You like the person because they talk about you. Sometimes people talk about you because they want to be possessive. It's not because of love. People want to hold your hand, kiss you in public, not because they love you, because they want to use you as a showcase. They have their inferiority complex. Men do that a lot.
Okay, teach us.
When they know you are more beautiful than their class, or like these days how people put class. So they walk with you in public, in front of everybody. They want to smack your behind. They want to grab you from anywhere. They want to touch you, be romantic on the street and all that. Meanwhile, you know inside your heart that those actions doesn't happen at home that frequent. So we shouldn't misconstrue those actions to be love when sometimes we know it's not. Because with the kind of work I used to do, we know that people are con artists. Okay. People will lure you into anything. A guy want to get into your skirt, will do anything. Will be there 6 a.m. He'll be at your door. Your car park, he will be the one to clean your car. He will be washing that car. He will be doing everything. You call, even if you sneeze, he will shout, "Oh, are you calling me?" And you think that is love? No. Let him get what he wants. If you want to experience true love, get the other person angry. Okay. And then that is when you will make sure, that's when you will know whether they love you or they don't. Because if you make a woman angry, they will tell you the last time you even kissed them, the time, the date,
Wow.
the last second on the clock, because people keep those things in their mind. Love, in simple terms, I'm not behind any book, and I'm not going to read anything online. I will tell you from a human perspective, from my understanding. Love is doing what you want the other party to do to you, to them.
Okay.
If you don't want to be disgraced, you won't disgrace them. That is a sign of love. You don't want to be insulted, don't insult them. That is love. If you truly love the person, you always walk in their shoes. You always walk in their shoes.
Yeah.
Whether we will love opposite sex. I'm a man, I will love a woman. But that doesn't mean I cannot walk in her shoes. Because if I'm loud mouthed and I want to insult her in public, the question becomes, do I want her to do same to me? Am I showing love? So love is thinking about the other party the same way you want them to think about you. And if you do that, they will reciprocate it. Because love is like throwing balls on the wall. It bounces back to you. And even sometimes it bounces back with a high speed because of gravity. And so you doing everything out of your heart. Sometimes you do things without even expecting compliment.
Okay.
But anybody who does something to you, you are in a relationship, your boyfriend buys you dinner or something, and they are standing there, they put dinner on the table, and the first thing, they are looking straight into your eye, expecting you to say thank you. That is not love. When a lady goes to the shop, like my sister was saying, that you find some shirt, you say, oh, this will fit this guy. You are not buying it because you want him to say thank you. You are buying it because you feel if he sees one, he has to buy it for you without you saying thank you. And we have to learn appreciation is also part of love.
Appreciation.
Expressing that simple word, thank you. I love this. Even if the size is small, there is a way of presenting it. Oh, honey, sweetie, you bought me this, but I think these days you have been feeding me too much. I'm getting too much heavier. Can we swap it? I'm not saying go take the money and spend the money. I want the same thing, but I want the next size. Instead of you going, well, why did you go buy me? Is it because you want to tell me I'm fat? That is why you went and bought this small thing for me? No, that is not love. So love comes with humility. And love does not expect anything back. Giving all you have to do in your own conscious mind, you think that this will fit that person. And also, love helps you to nurture the person into the person you will want to spend the rest of your life with. If you want your husband is adding weight and you don't like it, there is a way of saying it. If your wife is adding some pounds in places you are not appreciative of, there is a way of saying it. So it's not like, oh, you tell her, get up and go to the gym. No, you have to go with her. You tell her, hey, since we started, I think I'm losing my 6-pack. And I know you are also adding some pounds. Why don't we go to the gym? Now I am going to work to gain my 6-packs back. You have to work and then put your shape XYZ in right proportion the way I saw you the first time. So it's not like you are accusing her, but you are encouraging her, putting yourself on the same line, and both of you working things together to make each other happy. If you tell me you are in love and you don't know how to communicate, then you are out of love. If you tell me you are in love and you don't know how to communicate, you are out of love. You need to go back to school. In the school of love, there is no lecturer.
Everybody says student.
Nobody will lecture you how to love. In the school of love, you put yourself and your emotions and your conscience on the line and begin to question yourself. I always say this every time, like a crazy person. In any situation, the number one person to question is yourself. When you check mark yourself on every aspect of the equation and things are not right from your department, you begin to correct it from your department, and the trickle down effect will affect your partner. Don't tell them they don't love you when you don't respect them. Don't tell them they don't love you when they dress up, you don't even acknowledge it. Your wife went to sit down for 2-3 hours. Sometimes when they are doing single braids, it's like 6 hours. To go do all that, she came home. This hair is flying everywhere, waist level, and everything is. You come home and you don't even recognize it, that your wife had a different hairdo today. Come on, guy. You are not in love.
Come on.
You see, when we make investment, right? When you buy stocks, what do? You constantly check the stock market to see whether you are gaining or you are losing, right? When we attack our love life, the same way we attack business, the same way we attack investment, life will be a better place to be. I don't know if I've answered the question, and if there is any other question I have to answer, you let me know.
Thank you so much. You have made justice to it, but just a little about, if you can add that to it for me. How can one know that they are falling in love? Even talking from the man's perspective, how can a man know that they are falling in love? Because how can a man know that they are falling in love?
You will know you are falling in love when the person you are dealing with, compared to any other person you have known, even including your own mother, have a I'm a man, I'm talking like a man.
Yeah, please.
So if you are a woman, or if I'm a man, if I'm in love, I know I'm falling in love when I know the person in question treats me much more better than any other person I have known. They make me feel comfortable, even when in my low moment, when they come around me, they are able to ignite that fire that puts me in the limelight. Not because they are showcasing me everywhere, they are using me as let me tell you, let me be honest, ladies. Any man, any guy you are dating that wants you to put him as your status, put him as your profile picture, is demanding that you parade them everywhere, that person has a low self-esteem.
Definitely.
And there is a problem. That person have a psychological issue. When you go on with that person for a long time, they don't change, and you don't put your guards on, one day you are sitting on a time bomb. The same way applies to the ladies who want to force a guy to push them on their Facebook status, to comment about anything they post and all that. You are parading yourself as a low esteem person. Because love is not too loud. But love is everywhere. You see, when somebody is playing loud music, all you hear is noise. But when someone brings you a cool, low-tone music in a very dark or a low light and a low visibility environment, it goes straight into your soul. That is why we don't use loud music for worship. It have to be slow. So when you are in love, you will know that the tone of that lady alone, the way she talks to you, even when you are angry, she will pull you down and say, hey, calm down. Just calm down. And give you a glass of cold water and tell you, just take a sip and let's talk. She grab you, put your head on her lap, rub you in the back or your shoulder or on your chest or something, and begin to talk. At that point, she's not talking to your personality. She's talking to your senses. When her hand touches you, you feel that vibration within yourself. That touch is like an angelic touch that no one have ever given you.
My God, I'm loving that.
You know,
I'm loving that.
Those are the things that make you feel, yes, now I'm home. That is why others will tell you, oh, what did you use for this guy? Did you charm him? Did you do the? No, it is because you have the magical touch.
Okay, the magical touch.
It is because you are the one that have that listening ear. You are the go-to person. Even when the boss makes him angry, you are the first point of call. But he knows that you will listen to him even when he is wrong. And you are not going to judge him right up front, but you are going to advise him. Look, a woman who knows how to advise a man will always keep that man. A woman who knows how to handle a man in their extreme tough moment will keep them for the rest of their life. They won't go anywhere. In love, you know, you are a guy, you meet a woman. If you are a woman and you come back from work, you frown your face, things are not good, and the guy cannot even notice your facial expression. You are not in love. You are gradually getting out of love. Because if I love you, I have to be able to know your body language. You know, one thing young people today don't know how to do, it is because their faces are always on social media. Pictures of other people is what they are watching. They find no time to give eye contact to their partner. If you do that, you are out of love. You are not in love. Loving the person is not on social media posting. It's not on chatting with him on by text. No, it is having that eyeball contact, because we are born of spirit. Human beings have spirit within us, and that physical touch and that physical look is what bonds us together. You can't tell me you are bonded when you are always talking on phone, even when you are in the same house. You are sitting upstairs and you are sending text messages, or you are in the kitchen sending text message to your husband or your boyfriend, dinner is ready, can you come down? Come on. Then you might as well put that the phone on the stove and let the phone go.
Oh dear Lord.
And there is one thing. We all work. We are all busy. In your busy schedule, find one time and learn to cook one meal. Learn to do things with your hand. The one they call it DIY. Do it yourself. Learn to prepare something. And one thing I will beg my fellow men: when you walk into your girlfriend or into your wife and she's in the kitchen, don't stand in the living room and be throwing words across like you are playing volleyball across the net. The beauty of love is when the woman feels much more loved when you walk into the kitchen, stand behind her and talk to her Like your hand is around the waist, you're holding her hair, you are putting your head around the neck, and if your beard you haven't shaved maybe in a day, and it's poking her a little bit, and she's turning her. No, those things are what grow. That's what makes you feel you are in love. Not somebody who walk in, hey honey, I'm home, and then straight upstairs. The next thing you are on ESPN, you are watching football. And then she also finished cooking. Hey, honey, are you still awake? The food is ready. Can you come down? People are playing like basketball or volleyball. This one throw over the net. The other one throw over the net. Sometimes a gentleman on weekend, you are not going to work. Because you wake up at 5:30 every day. On Saturday, you were awake, 5:30, your wife was sleeping or your girlfriend was sleeping. Sneak into the kitchen, make some omelette, egg, and fry the egg and make a cup of tea and bread. Bring it to bed, breakfast in bed. It doesn't take much. You don't have to be a chef. If you're a guy, you don't know how to fry egg, shame on you. You can make breakfast, shame on you. It doesn't take much. Learn. It won't take you, it will not reduce your position as a CEO of your company, a manager, or whatever. Come on. Because you go to work and put on tie, you want that tie to be hanging on you in spirit, even when you are home? Come on. Meanwhile, when you want to have sex, that one you put off that coat in the closet, you forget about your position and go naked.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that so much. Thank you. Let me take quickly some comments there, and we'll go to the next question that we have there. I'm enjoying myself already and enjoying some beautiful laugh out there. We thank you. The next that we have is Prosy. Prosy says, love is when your body, soul, and blood accept the individual. Then love will come naturally and aromatic. And then you say, Josephine T says, I am with you, ma'am. God bless you, son. Prosy says again, sure, that is true, ma'am. God bless you. We also have Josephine to say, good evening, Master David. Glad to hear from you. We appreciate that. And then we also have a queer for Swamponsam. It says, good evening, everyone. Good evening. And then from Global World Network, it says, magical touch. We have Levy. Levy says, ee. And then we have Mr. Mendes say, Okay, so the men are now coming out with the E and the because they hear their fellow man speaking. So we are going to the next on, and we have a doctor so on the line. We appreciate your life. Now, we want to know that now that I am in love, what should I expect? Now, a person knows the signs of love, and you can find that my heart rate is beating. Then when the person touch me, I get some feelings. What should the person expect now? When you are in love, what is the expectation? What do you expect? Doctor, come in if you want to speak.
Yeah.
What are the? Go ahead.
So, Rev, first thing first, when you're in love, you should never have expectations of the other.
Okay.
You will be greatly disappointed. It will shock you. You should never, because when you start having expectations of the other person, you completely like, look, I didn't expect Jesus to die for me. Jesus came and died for me. So I shouldn't expect certain things. Like I shouldn't have expectations of you. I should even be just honored that you are even doing the what you're doing. I'm grateful for that. But having expectations, you begin to have quarrels and things and fights over. Okay, so I'm expecting for you to cook. I expect you as a woman to cook. Oh, really? Okay, thank you. I expect you as a man to go and work and you'll be very disappointed. However, you shouldn't expect from the other person. But for me myself, what I will start expecting is I will start to expect sacrifice.
Okay, doctor, let me tell you something, because if you are saying this, then you are defining what you have already said, right? So love does have expectation. If you will be expecting sacrifice, then love does have expectation. And I want to say that love has expectation of its own. But sometimes the expectation that we expect from other people are wrong. So if you are expecting that you love somebody that you love should sacrifice for you, then love has expectations.
Not even sacrifice for me. Even me sacrificing.
You sacrificing for them.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not expecting anything from them.
Oh, really? You are not expecting anything from them?
No.
Okay, then. Well done.
My previous relationship, I've expected, and I was grateful because my expectations supersede. You cannot meet my expectations. So I will forever be brokenhearted.
Okay.
I will forever be brokenhearted. But then for me, on my part, what I expect to be doing is I should expect to learn to sacrifice because I now know that there's two of us. I need to give my time. So yes, I understand that you are so busy. Okay, you are this year, and I am this, all right. But we need to make time.
Okay.
So I need to start working on that myself. I need to start understanding that it's not always my way. That's against sacrifice. All these are falling under sacrifice. It's no longer my way. Let's reach an agreement. Let's have a ground that we both can stand on. Sometimes we have to agree to disagree. Yes, sometimes you have to. There'll be times when you want to talk about football. I have to just enjoy football. I now have to have some. I think we discussed this weeks back. That I now have to find what makes you exciting. I have to also go and research and see what I can relate with you. I need to have a relation. There's something that we may have to relate on.
Okay.
So I need to start expecting how you are as a person, starting to learn about you, who you are as a person, how we can both fit in the picture together, how we're able to work together. But as for expecting the other person from the other person, no, Rev, I'm not expecting anything from the other person. I will, but my heart, I'll be carrying a needle and thread for my heart every time.
Okay, thank you so much for explaining that. Let me come in a little bit and then we'll also ask Master David to come in and to take comments. Please, we want to hear your views on that. Now that somebody's in love, what should they expect? But I want to come from this angle to say that love has an expectation of its own. Because love comes as a package. Love is a package. We'll have different types of love. Yeah, one of the love that does not, you don't need to expect anything from it is the agape love. Is the unconditional love. The agape love is unconditional love. That one, it is the God-based love. But when we talk about the eros, when we talk about the romantic love, it's a give and take. Hear me? It is a give and take affair. It is about you give me, I give you. I'm not saying demanding for it. It is different. But love has got expectation of its own. Yeah. Now let's come to the point that Bible says love. When we read the scripture, love is kind, love is long-suffering. It is an expectation of love. Somebody get it? So love has got an expectation on its own. So you cannot go into love and say, I don't expect anything. It is because probably one has been hurt. Sometimes that is the sign. When you've been hurt, you slow down. You don't want to expect anything. But I'm not talking about demand. Demand is different from expecting. Some people go demanding things. But there are things that must be expected from love. That I expect, as you said, sacrifice. I expect communication is one of the things that if we love each other or you love me, you have to communicate with. We need to talk. We need to talk. There are basic things that love is what is. Let me say, love a person who is in love is expected to do. We are not talking about buying a car, a big house, and all those things. But if a person who therefore loves you cannot give you communication, cannot give you attention, cannot even feel when you are in pain, they cannot read you, they cannot understand you, then we put a big question mark there. So love on its own, from my point of view, has an expectation of its own. It's not about your personal expectation, but I'm talking about what love demands. What love demands, it demands that you give an attention, you give ear. It demands that you be there, you make sacrifices. There are certain things that we do in order for somebody to say, oh, this girl really truly loves this man. The person standing from somewhere, and then people you receive and you say, in fact, this guy really loves me because of what is being shown towards you. But if you are saying that you want nothing, then we will go. Let me hear from Master David. And then if you want nothing, then I mean that you must operate in the agape love. That one is an unconditional love. Nothing. Christ's love for us is unconditional love. It is not the Eros love. Hear me? The unconditional love, Christ died for us and all these things. Yeah. But I want you to know that when it comes to the relationship love, it is reciprocal. It's a give and take. So nobody makes a mistake and say that I love you, but I don't expect anything in return. Yeah, I'm not saying go and demand for cars and other things, but there are certain things that makes love love. And when it is not there, it is not love. So let Master David also come in, and then we'll take some comments on Facebook as well. Please come in with your comments. Also, we want to hear on this particular one. So we are coming from diverse points. I believe that we must hear from that. Let me take this one, and then I'll allow Master David to come in. Mr. Mendes says, love is a two-way road. If I love you and we are to work together, then I will expect at least that my love is corresponded. Exactly, that the love is mutual, because it is love. Because if I love you and you don't love me, then it is not gonna work. It's not gonna work. So love, expectation that it should be responded. I give it to you, you must also respond back to me. I love that. And then we have Abaya Siedu say, that is the truth, mommy. Love sacrifice for each other. Thank you. Doctor says, I'm learning. We appreciate that. So, Master David, please come in and then let us double on that. Please keep your comments coming. We appreciate that so much. Mama Ernestina Amwa is here. Mama Ernestina, God bless you. I want to hear your take on this one. If somebody is in love, what should they expect? Should they expect anything or nothing at all? We want to know. Maybe today I will learn something new from here. So, God bless you, Mama Ernestina. Good evening, adorable Royal Mommy. Good evening. Master David, please. Come in.
Okay. Thank you, and Doctor, I would say God bless you. You said it, and you truly back your point with your experience. And I would say that if the reason why some men take advantage of some women is the point you made. Because you have been hurt from past experience, you decide that, okay, now I want to be here. I've found somebody. I don't want to put expectation. I'm not expecting anything. And then they run you down. If you have no expectation, then what is the measure? What are you measuring with? Because every love should have at least 3 things. Love itself. I'm loving you, you have to love me back. Affection. That is what makes the love grow. That is the soil for the seed of love. You plant that seed of love on the soil of affection. And then you water the seed, which is the love and affection planted, with respect. How will you say you love somebody when they humiliate you in public all the time? Are you telling me, for me, I'm not Jesus Christ, and I don't think I can even behave the way he behaved 10% when he was on the cross with nail and blood oozing, and he still was interceding for people who were cruel to him? I will ask God to open the earth and let the earth swallow them one time. Come on.
My God.
I'm not going to fake anything. I have to be honest, because when you are in love, you went in to love the man because you were feeling that he had to protect you. So the expectation of loving him, being humble, is because if you are biblical, the Bible says humble yourself to your husband. The Bible also gave the husband an instruction to love the wife as God loves him. That is expectation of love. So if you do your part and he refuses to do his part, then there is nothing like a contract of love. Nothing there. Then you have to walk away, go find somebody else. Because the whole thing is, sometimes we make our own expectations too much. And then when they don't meet it, they fall through the crack. But then the best thing in love, when you find yourself in love, the only thing is you will not even have to check mark all these things we are talking about. They come by themselves. Because in your mind, like I said, human beings are made of spirit. That's why if you are a Bible believer, the Bible says that God gave us his breath of life. So we are extension of God. And he said he created us in his own image, which means when we pray to God, we don't see him. We don't send letters to him. God has no address. You play your own part by sending the message through the spirit in you and thinking that you are extension of him, so he will hear you in spirit. It's the same thing when you go to love somebody. The love you are spewing out gets to him. He feels that aura of love, and then his own subconscious mind accepts that love and then reciprocates the same thing back to you. So inwardly, you feel that affection. That is why one of your panelists that spoke after Dosca made a point was saying that sometimes you can't sit when the person is not around you. You feel like talking to him every minute. Why? It is because the person is pouring a lot of love on you. And so you want more by talking to him. And you talking to him or her makes her also feel much more loved, because she feel like 6 a.m. you are calling her, which means you don't have anybody to call except me. And so I will also have to call you back when I don't hear from you. That is the return of love. That's the expectation. But when you become the person who is calling and calling and calling all the time and they don't return your call, and then when they pick up, they ask you why. What can I do for you? Like a receptionist who is picking a call from a stranger. Come on. You will be depressed. So there is some few expectations, but not the ones we have listed and have tabulated them on the wall. It's like you have check marked them. Oh, today he greeted me at 6 o'clock. Check. 12 o'clock he called me. Check. He bought me lunch. Check. No, those things, if you do that, you are putting yourself in there.
You lose your mind. You even lose your mind.
At that point, I will adopt what Doctor said. Leave the life open. But one thing I will beg all of you that have been in past and bitter relationship is that don't use that old relationship to mark, be like a benchmark or a marking scheme for your new relationship. Know that the two people in question, the old and the new, were not born from the same parents. They are not from the same background. Your past experience helps you to shaping yourself up, but don't bring too much of it, because when the milk expires and you just put it in a new can, it doesn't mean the can may have a valid expiration that is still not expired, but the content of it is still expired. So when we bring old bitterness from our past relationship or experiences and bring it into our new relationship, it's like putting an old wine in a new wine skin. It is still an old wine. But then with time, because the wine skin is new and the old wine coming in has some charging element, the new wine skin will burst because it cannot contain it. So we have to put new wine in new wine skin and let them grow together. If you put kerosene in a gas tank or in a petrol tank of your car, it will not move. The same way, if you put petrol in your lantern and you light it, you are expecting an explosion. So we should know. Sometimes it's good. It helps you to control your temper. Maybe you were too temperamental in your previous thing. That is you. But then don't leave cracks within yourself and say, oh, I've been in one relationship. I can't lose this one. Let me do anything he wants. At that point, when he also find out you are that vulnerable, that is where they take advantage of you.
Wow. Thank you so much.
There are expectations, definitely. But the expectations are not like the safety ratings or like something you write on the board and check mark them every time. You check mark. If you do that, that one is just, you are marking yourself out of love. You are not marking yourself in love. So there's nothing like check mark. But then when you truly love from your heart, there should be a return of love from your partner. If you are not getting that much return of love as you love him, then there is a question mark. Then you need to begin to one thing we don't do is when we find love, we don't do self-assessment. We don't assess our relationship. For 3 months now, where am I? How much love have I grown for this guy? What is he doing that I don't like? With time, when we started a month ago, he used to be harsh. Has he changed after I talked to him? Don't expect that he will know everything. Some of them, you have to bring it to the table. Let him know this thing you are doing is eating me up and I don't like it. And I have to let you know because I love you. And any one of you that your partner is approaching you with something you are not doing right, don't jump into defense. That is what breaks relationship. Quick defense. You have to accept it. Let him finish. That message in your brain and let it play back to you the way she presented it and work towards it. But when we don't take those assessments, we will always be on the road, and before you know it, you are on wheels and you are wheeling yourself out of love, not back in love. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Master David. We thank God for your life. We appreciate. To those of you out there, please, I believe that you also have a point to add. Please do. Doctor will come in a moment. So at this point, I want you to know that we have Joseph Carter says good evening. Good evening to you, Joseph Carter. God bless you. We also have Ikuya for Swampons says love, support each other. Thank you so much. And Doctor is enjoying the love. And then we all did enjoy the love when Master David said that he will pray to God that he should open the earth for the earth to swallow them up. And then Master Mendy is also enjoying the love. He says, you are speaking the truth. And then Master Mendy says that even two people from the same parents and background will not have the same mind. Very true. We have Evangelist Patience. Mrs. Efuye, how are you doing? Evangelist, we thank God for your life. He said, true man of God, communication is the key in marriage. Thank you so much. One of the pioneers of Bed of Roses, and I thank God for her life. Evangelist Patience, God bless you. Now, let me also allow Dr. to come in and then we'll go to our next point. And I believe that somebody, you are just ready as I am, and let us go in. What is the signs of love in dating? What do you think? How can I know that I'm in love? How can I know that I love this person? I'm tripping for him. I'm actually wobbling for him. How can I know? Now, let us go further. Doctor, come in.
Oh, right. Okay, but I wanted to just, the last point here. I'm not saying that love, I'm saying that one thing is love fails when I expect you to do for me. That's the love fails. I'm not saying love has no expectations. Love truly has expectations because at the end of the day, when God loves us, He expects something from us. Yeah, He's expecting a lot of things. However, love fails when we expect from people. I like what Mother David said. When you love, and I think Ravi said it reciprocates. You those things will happen to me irregardless. The things that I'm doing, you will do them for me, no matter what. I don't even need to expect from you. You yourself, you begin to say, oh, by the measure of love I receive from this person, I will begin to do these things.
God bless you. That's true.
Whereas when I start expecting, when we put an expectation, then because I like what Master David said, I'll ask God to open heaven. Yes, but God came and showed the true definition of love. He said, Father, forgive them. That no matter what, even when we are in our anger, we will make those decisions of opening heaven for someone to go under. But God showed us the true perfect love. He did not.
No, sir, don't take one part too. He said, forgive them, for they know.
I'll just explain that.
No, I understand. Let me make that one complete so I can make you laugh. He said, yeah. He said, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. When they were even killing him, he said they don't know what they were doing. That was extreme love. I'm telling you, I've never seen anybody like him. No,
I know.
That is really true.
That is very true. That is God's way of love. God said this is love. This is what I consider love to be in my own eyes. So when we now expect things from someone, we've missed love, because I've seen a lot of things when people bicker. It's like, but I expect you to take the bin out. No, don't expect me to do that. No.
That is duties. Yeah, that is duties. But as I said, love has expectation of its own. Love comes as a package. Yeah. So the reason why you will know that somebody loves you is by what they do. You know, the reason why I will know that, okay, Doctor loves me is by the way you approach me, the way you talk to me, then I will know. So when certain things are not in place, you will know that that person doesn't love you. But sometimes we make... Go ahead.
When you begin to expect it from someone, it is not love. When I begin to expect it, it's not love. Because when love comes, when I begin to do what I'm doing, it should reciprocate. You should also just do the same way. So when you don't do the same way, I know that we were never in love.
Exactly. So therefore, hear this. So now you can be doing all that you are doing because of what you feel for the other party, but it may not be necessary that the other party feels what you feel. And so if they are not doing what they are supposed to do, it means that the feeling is not mutual. So one should know that you cannot force what is not there. I cannot force you to give me sacrifice when you don't feel it. I cannot force you to...
Can I chip in
expectation.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. So I was saying, hey, love is expectation. But that's how I was coming from, that when we do that, or when I'm expecting it from someone else, then it is no longer love, because the other person is not feeling. The feeling is not mutual. It is not love. I'm working hard at pleasing you. That's all I'm doing. It is no longer love. When I expect, I'm no longer in love.
Okay, we'll clarify that, but let Master David come in. Master David.
I really like the points Dr. is making, because look, from what she's saying brings my mind to an understanding, because she opened a different idea where what she is talking about not expecting anything is because she is loving out of her heart. And if you love out of your heart, you don't have any expectation. There is no marking scheme. There is no benchmark. You are doing it because you feel the person is part of you, and you are doing what you expect them to do to you. You are giving it all out without expectation. That is true. That is true love. But what we mix up in our relationship is we mix the expectation of duty. Duty is different from love. It is your duty to go pick groceries. That doesn't mean you doing it, it's out of love. It comes out of love when nobody reminds you to do it. It comes out of love when you are out there and then you have to pick a phone. You pick a phone and call your wife. Hey, I'm around the supermarket. Is there anything in the house we need, that is out of love. You don't expect him to say it, right? When you are at the supermarket, you call your husband, hey, I'm picking up something from XYZ shop. Is there anything you need from this shop so I can get it? But it becomes, when you put it like, it is my duty, I only buy groceries, I don't buy this. That is different. That one is expectation. And then when expectations are not met, hearts are broken and people get depressed.
Thank you.
So let's get those two things. She said it out of, when she is doing it out of love, she don't have to put any mark on it. She don't have to expect you to do it. But then when she do it out of genuine love, automatically that love will just get into you and touch your soft spot for you to also give back. And so when we put expectation on every time we are expressing love, I am doing this because I expect you to do this. I am saying this to you because I expect, and then the expectation is not met, then you get brokenhearted. You get offended. Why are you not saying this to me when I say it to you all the time? Why is it that I have to say it all the time? That, you know, those are the things that brings out the anger. You know, when you begin to attach why, and you are not finding the answers, I bet you are not in love. You are in a contract with expectation. That is not love. Love doesn't put so much why and so much question mark on anything. Like she's explained the first time, that when the person is not around you and you even go out there, you see something, you feel like this will fit her. Oh, my wife has a little bit of a heavy behind, and this jeans is this, the waist size is that. You know those things off head. And I always tell my fellow men, don't call your wife and ask her what is your bra size when you are in the shop. Don't ask your wife what is your waist size when you are trying to buy something for her, because you live in the same house. When she's in the bathroom taking a shower, that is the time you peek into the closet and check the sizes and write them in your pocket notebook. So when you are buying something, whatever you buy fits exactly. It means you have done your homework. That is love.
Okay.
It's not when you are in the shop and you are calling to ask for a foot size. You don't know your wife's foot size. Shame on you. Let me show you how to do it. When she's not home, go through her shoes. You will see the tag in there. Write it or take a picture of it. Save it. Put it in your pocket notebook. Write it somewhere on a small paper. Keep it in your wallet. There are some important information. It's not only money and credit card you have to put in your wallet. The size of your wife, the shoe, the panty size, a bra size. You go, your girlfriend, you pick into a closet. You know the colors she likes, because that will be more in those things. So when you are buying something, you know what she wants, and surprise her with something. She will be shocked to her bone. How did you know I like these colors? It's because you're observant.
Exactly.
You know, so those are the things we have to also know. And I like the way Dr. brought that point up. That's why I wanted to chip in something. Thank you. Thank
you so much. Let me take a comment and then we'll come through to that as well. We appreciate that. Mrs. Efuye, which is Evangelist Patience, says that true man of God communication is okay. We've read that. And we have Millicent Atta also on board, and we have Evangelist Patience saying marriage is also a partnership too. So whether we like it or not, there is an element of what? Expectation. And then we go to her against a well-explained man of God. And we have Mr. Mendes says that he mercy you and grace. It is good advice. Okay, and enjoying the love. We have Josephine T. Gossin saying that I am learning. Thank you. Thank you so much. The point that I also want to arrive from that, we should understand that love on its own has its own package. It comes with package. Now, let's say that a husband is sick in the hospital, right? And then is sick in the hospital, and then there is no call from the wife, there is nothing from the wife, and he takes it normal. It is fine. So the man will be there 1 week, and then the wife will be at home, and then the wife will be at home not attending to him. It's normal. Is that normal? Just yes or no? Oh, nobody is answering. Mr. David. It's not. Doctor, is that normal?
It's not.
No, because there is an expectation of love. Because if you are my wife and you haven't seen me for that long, there is an expectation that you must be there. So let's say here Jesus speaks something. Here Jesus speaks something.
Even if there is no expectation.
No. Let me.
No expectation.
I'm not talking about demand. Demand is different from.
Even if your dog is sick, we are human, and that human aspect of you, that is what brings you the sense of humor and care with passion. We love out of passion. If you are not passionate, you cannot love.
Okay.
So once you tell me you are in love and you are dating somebody, there is some sense of passion towards that person. And so no matter what happens, when the person is sick, everyone that hears that you are sick, even if they hate you, will have some sense of humor as human. So if you sit home and your wife is admitted for a week and you don't show up, you don't call to check on how she's doing, no text message, I'm sorry to say it, then you are not the kind of person who needs to be even loved.
Exactly. So therefore, there is an element of expectation. Now, let me come to this as we said that Jesus says something and he says, Peter, do you love me? And say, Lord, you know that you love me. And the Lord brought expectation. If you love me, feed my sheep. If you love me, there is something I expect from you. So let us not say love doesn't have expectation. There are two kinds of love that is playing here. We have the agape love, which is the unconditional love. You give me by God's standard, don't demand anything from me. But when we come to the context of relationship, the eros love, the romantic love, it is reciprocal. It is a give and take, but I don't have to demand for it. It should be natural. It's like me going to a company that I go to the company and then the package is that, okay, when you save with us, we will give you this interest. We will give you traveling allowance. We will give you that. It is a package. And I sign up for that. And then at the end of the day, I am not getting the traveling allowance. I'm not getting what I signed up for. Yeah. So therefore, I don't have to come and demand. It is part of the package. So now that I realize that, okay, the company is not giving me what I signed for. What do you know? You know that this is a bad company. This is not a company that I can associate with. So if you are saying that the fact that, okay, why would you leave a relationship if you don't have any expectation? You should stay in it forever and ever. Then it means that there is no bad relationship. Yeah, because I don't expect anything. So when you slap me, it's fine. I don't expect anything in back. So if I give you and you don't give me, I don't expect anything. It's fine. I sit in it. It's not so. Let us get it right. Right? Let us get it right that when I give to you, that is why we are in relationship. It is given to me. I want somebody to be there for me. And I want somebody that I'm also there for. That is relationship. If not, then what is the point? Because God himself said, if you love me, feed my sheep. I'm expecting you to do this for me if you love me. So love has got an expectation, but it is not right for a person to be demanding for it. When a person starts demanding for what they are supposed to have as a package, then something is wrong. If we don't see it from that angle, okay, I'm doing all that, but I don't get anything back. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't expect, okay, it's supposed to come, but it's not coming. Something is wrong. I don't know if you are getting me from that sense, but don't say that love itself, I don't expect anything back. Then you should have been in the same relationship by now. You shouldn't have come out. Or those that are divorcing, they shouldn't have divorced because I don't expect anything from you. But love has a standard on its own. Bible says love is what? Kindness, meekness. So when I'm not seeing that kindness, I'm not seeing that, then what you are giving me is not what I signed up for. It's not love. I came for love and I don't see the love. I don't see the full package of love. So that is what it is. If
Can
not...
I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead, please.
From the biblical analogy you made, right?
Yeah.
Where God asks a disciple whether he loves him. And if he loves him, he should feed his sheep. How long have they been together? They had been together. The disciple left whatever he was doing and followed Christ because he fell in love with him and his teachings. So he became a disciple. Now, the reason why we are talking about all these demands and distorted actions in love is because people rush into relationship with their own understanding of or distorted understanding of love. Just because the guy have six pack, he is muscular, he can talk for you to laugh, doesn't mean you should jump into his bed and think that you are in love. That is why you have to go through that relationship. You start building. Anybody you want to marry have to qualify to be your friend. Not only friend, but your best friend.
Okay.
When you marry your best friend, then you can develop that love, because there wouldn't be any expectation. They know you. You've known each other for a long time. Like Doctor was saying, when the person is not around you, you feel like there is a void, right? For how long have you guys have been around for like 4 or 5 years? And you always feel the same thing, which means the love is growing. But when you don't know the person from anywhere, like those of us that live abroad, your parents are home and they say, oh, this person is very religious, we want you to marry her. You don't know her from Adam. Then they will go and ask for a hand in marriage without you meeting the person. The only thing you know is pictures, Facebook pictures you see, which today we know people can do makeup on Facebook when physically they haven't made anything up. So you see those things. The day you meet the person, you are talking about apples, then they are talking about oranges. You guys don't understand each other. So the reason I'm saying this is Jesus had built that relationship with this guy for a long time, over a period of time. And at that point, the question was to confirm that you truly love me, and if I'm not there, you will be able to take care of what I love, which is my sheep. So when you have built a relationship with the person, you've dated, you are courting, you are doing that, going through all these how do you call it? Teachings from your church and counseling and all that. Those are the processes Jesus was taking his disciples through. Now, the confirmation point, do you love me, is the day the proposal come and you say, I will accept, I will spend the rest of my life with you. That was the point Jesus was asking. If you love me, feed my sheep. So at that point, if you get a confirmation that, oh, I want you to be my wife, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and you say yes, it means you have accepted to love him, and so you will feed his sheep, which is loving him back and accepting him as it is, because you've known him for a period of time. But today, what do we see? You see the person, as long as they have big breasts, their behind is shaking enough and all that. That's all I need in a woman. Character, we don't look. We've not even talked to the person for up to 3 months. We are already engaged. Oh, I found a beautiful woman. Oh, he's a handsome guy. When you see him, you will love him. He make me laugh all night. Please, let's slow down. And let's take certain things, what we are talking about here, let's take it serious.
Thank you so much.
Some people have made mistakes in their choices. And today, we can look back and say, okay, if I had a second chance, I will eliminate a lot of things. But if you are not there, we have to use our own as a benchmark to let you understand how those choices, when you quick make them, the trickle-down effect will come at your face at the time you are not even expecting it to. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Master David, and for throwing light on that as well. And just a bit to add to that as well. When Jesus also being with the disciples for all that long, they saw what Jesus can give, and then they fell love in Jesus, but they forgot that Jesus also have a need. Jesus also have a need. So if you love me, do what I also like for me. It's as simple as that. You love me, I'm doing what you like for you. You want the miracles, I'm giving you. You want this, I'm giving you. So Jesus then came, what about me? What about me? If you love me, feed my sheep. What pleases the heart of Jesus is his sheep. So do what pleases my heart. Love is reciprocal. Love is what? Give and take. So therefore, but one does not need to demand for it. Why didn't you buy this for me? Why didn't you do? Then you know that something is actually wrong. And then one needs to sit down and address or advise yourself, because it's a package of it. It may not be love that you are into. It may be lust. They are brothers, they are twins. And if you are not careful, you will take the other brother and take it as love. So therefore, let us know that because let us not put in the context of Jesus himself expects. Doxa said that he expects something from us. Love expects, but demanding it is wrong. You don't have to demand. I demand that buy me this. I demand. It is not a demand. But when you do it willingly from your heart, the response must come willingly. The response must also, you must respond to my kind of love. Because if I love you and I pick phone, Master David, I text you today, you responded because of the relationship we have. Right? Yeah, but if you no relationship, you can decide that, oh, how many people will text me? There are many people from Facebook, they text me. I don't respond because we don't have that relationship. You know, there is that not mutual, so I don't respond. So that is how it's supposed to be. And I believe that if we get it right, so that one party will not just suffer for the sake of love and they are suffering, and the other party will be enjoying. It is give and take. Most people, one person, especially most women, will be sitting down and love is this, and then they are giving. They get to a point, they get tired. They get tired because we are human. When I have a glass of water and I keep pouring it out and nobody refill me, it will be empty. One day it will be empty. That is why many people are out of relationship, out of marriages, because they were pouring out, nobody was pouring into them. So love has an expectation. Let us not mix it at all. But I don't need to demand for it. It must come naturally. It must flow to me. If you love me, you give it to me naturally.
If I come here and I tell you, I love the way Doctor make her point. And I always want to have that discussion with her on the platform. And one day I show up and she's not here. And I ask you, say, oh, she just said she don't have airtime and she's broke. She don't have money to buy airtime. And I'm sitting here with maybe $100 or $200 in my pocket. Out of love, she don't have to ask me for airtime.
Exactly.
By hearing it from you, I will just send you a message. Okay, can I buy her airtime? Because you know why? If I buy her the airtime, she comes on the program. I am going to benefit from her
because you love hearing her.
Because I feel that if she don't talk on the show, I feel that void. So when there is something I can do to make her talk on the show every day, that is love. I don't have to ask and wait for her to come and ask me. But when I find out that airtime has been the problem why she can't come on the show, then I have to provide it, because each time she comes, I feel fulfilled and I feel empowered by her words. You know, that is the simple analogy I can explain as to when you have to give love to be able to get love. Love is a seed that you plant. And expect a bumper harvest, because one corn seed will produce a whole corn husk of corn, one big corn that will have multiple seeds on it. So when you plant that seed, there is an expectation that at the end of the day, you are expecting that corn to produce multiple seeds. If you buy a cow and for 5 years the cow have not delivered, what will you do? You take it to the slaughterhouse and kill it and go get one that will be fruitful.
Definitely. Well said. The illustration you have given cements everything. It seals everything. That is what love does. You know, so when you hear somebody saying something, you don't need necessarily the person to ask you, but hearing it, if you care for the person, your heart will just drawn into their need and be there to help. That is love. It does. Can you tell Master David if I'm buying me credit? You know, the person should really sense and know the atmosphere. No, she needs this, she needs that, she needs that. That is love. Can you imagine when you, just as you are saying the example, your wife doesn't know anything. By the time you get home, you have brought her groceries, things that she loves. How happy she will be. Not when she has asked for it, but when her mind is not there.
The kiss It will show the amount of love in her mind.
Uh-huh.
That way, she'll give you the longest kiss you have ever experienced in your life.
Yes, so Master David, I'm thinking you are doing some flashback in your head. This one, the way you are doing this one is flashback. I'm sure you are doing some flashback.
This is through confession.
Confession. Actually confession. We appreciate that and we thank God. I believe because our time is gone, but we didn't finish all of the questions. They are most important ones. We want to talk about how do one know that they are not compatible when they are dating, because some of them, they cling to something that is not working. But I believe that we'll leave everything for next week. Master David, please come on board and let's talk about this particular one, so that it helps those that are forcing things that they are not supposed to force, because there are other aspects of it that I think we have not even done 3 or 4 more, so we just want to know that this particular topic, we will extend it next week by the special grace of God. And so Doxa will be here as well with the expertise, and then we'll have a lot of you also coming on board whilst we go further into that, because we want to do, and how one of the things that we want to talk about next week is that how can I handle intruders when my boyfriend or my fiancé is they seeing another woman or another person show signs of coming. How do I handle it? It is important. So we are going to go into that also next week. So somebody be here at the same time, 8 o'clock on the dot, and let us share our thoughts together. Please announce it to as many as you can. And I believe that, how can I handle intruders? Okay, intruders. Okay, D4 coming. Okay, the doctor is preparing for that. She's heating up. So somebody come. We need to know how to handle all these things, because it does happen. You will not be in a relationship that the man will just have an eye for you. When he has the eye for you alone, somebody is also having an eye for him. How do you draw the line? How do you conclude on that? What should you do so that we don't overdo things? We don't go and fight unnecessarily. Some people, you see them fighting in the street for whatever reason, we have no idea. But let us go. Although you have to fight for what you love, there is ways to go about it. Let us find out next week. So somebody don't miss it at all. We will be here. I will allow Master David and Doxa to take their last words, and then we are out of here, and then be back next week again on Bed of Roses. So Master David, the last word. If somebody is hearing you for just this few minutes, they just logged on. There are people on the radio, and I'm going to mention the people, the countries that are listening to us at this present time. If somebody is listening to you right now, and they just logged on to the radio or came on Facebook, what should be something that they should carry home? What would be your final word advice to them?
My final word is love is what you give.
Mm-hmm.
When you give out of your heart.
Okay.
Definitely, there is the spiritual law that says that you are what you think about,
mm-hmm.
and what you give is what you get. Because if you are biblical, if you're a Christian, then it says that the measure you use, the same cup, will be used to measure for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it said it will be filled, it will run over, it will be pressed down. So which means when you plant one seed of love,
mm-hmm.
you will get multiple seeds. And then the next time you have a lot of love in your hands to plant on different soils.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying love somebody one-sidedly, like, if your boyfriend loves shoes, so you keep on buying shoes and loan. Sometimes you need to plant your seed on multiple soils,
mm-hmm.
because just like the seed of corn comes in 90 days, the seed of mango will only come after maybe 2 years. The seed of cocoa will come after 5 years. So when you plant your seed in different times, in different parts of your love life, then you have a long-lasting expectation every point in time.
Mm-hmm.
If the corn season is over, mango will be there. Mango is over, you have tomatoes, you have cucumber, you have everything. So love is what you give. And we should all know that we shouldn't put a timeline on when the love reciprocates.
Mm-hmm.
And then you, the one who is feeling loved by the other party, you also should reciprocate it without they asking you. Let's find things in our relationship that makes our partners feel good. Or when you go out there, talk to people, experiment what you hear in your own relationship and make it better. There is no better person out there than the one you have. You can make them who you want them to be.
Exactly.
By showing love and that unconditional love. I love you, and I will see you. We will talk again next week.
Thank you so much. We have stamped that next week we are talking again. It is a stamped and sealed, a done deal. God bless you, Master David. That is so profound. Let us go out, look at the things that your partner needs around you, and then please do fulfill them. We appreciate that. Doctor, let me take this few comments before Doctor you come in, and God bless you. We also have okay, let me take from here. Josephine says, I am learning. Evangelist Patient says no. We have Mendy says no. Prosy says no. I believe that when I asked that question, and then Mendy says that not at all, then you are not my wife, because we are not meant to have become one. So if the wife neglects him in the hospital, then you are not the wife, because we are not even meant to be of one. Okay, my Evangelist Patient said, yes, Rev, thanks for the examples. And then we have Doctor say 6-pack will become 1-pack. We have also Stephanie Amponsa say, patience is the key. Never rush into dating, I believe, and seek for direction. Don't follow last. Don't follow last. God bless you, Stephanie. I appreciate that. Doctor is enjoying herself enjoying herself with laughter, and she says that how can I handle intruders? Info coming. We appreciate that. Josephine T says, well said, Master David. God bless you. And then we have Mendes also says that, let me take it from here. When you love, it becomes how you act. Oh, wow. When you love, it becomes how you act. What you say, what you do. That is why when you love someone, you don't need anyone to tell you that you love them. You will know. Same way, when that person also loves you back, you can definitely tell. Thank you so much for every one of you on board. We appreciate you coming. Now, Doctor, tell us your final word. What is Doctor telling me today? Your final word for me.
Okay, but I know you asked us what I've come to realize that love is a decision.
Love is
it's a decision.
A decision, okay.
Yes. I decide to love you, and I decide to love. So love is a decision. It casts out fear. It has many languages. The 5 are physical touch, words of affirmation, receiving gifts, quality time, and acts of service. I urge everybody, find out your other half love language and treat them that way.
Thank you.
You will enjoy yourself.
Believe Doctor, and you will enjoy yourself. Doctor. Love Doctor. So he said, believe me, and you will enjoy yourself. I love that.
We have to open a love clinic. Doctor will be our head doctor.
Hey, Doctor. So, Doctor, you hear that? She says, mercy.
When your love life, you are sick of your love life, you go to Doctor, and then she'll give you the right treatment.
Some injections, big injections for you.
She have all the vials. She can cure love with.
Oh, Mr. David, I'm only but a child. I'm just learning.
I'm only but a child.
Yes,
if a child,
I really appreciate your insight. If you are learning, then you are learning the good stuff. I will tell you to give it up, because you say it as it is, and I really like the way you put it. It's really touchy. I learn a lot from you each time I'm here. And thank you so much for
wow. Can you see that? We appreciate that. That's true honesty. This is a great servant who tells it as it is. He's also learning and he's saying it. And some of you would have kept quiet and then be sitting there. So, Doctor, we appreciate you so much and we thank God your name has been put there. The Mendy says, love Dr. Doxa. And so it has been broadcast and everybody knows that you are love Dr. Doxa. We appreciate God for your life. Amen and amen. We have a lot of countries that are tuned in to listen to us and we appreciate God for all the listeners that we have. We have Italy, we have Germany, we have India, we have United States, we have Ghana, we have United Kingdom, we have Netherlands, we have South Africa, we have France, we have Canada and Romania. So we appreciate that so much. And to these countries that we have mentioned that you are tuning, please stay connected to Global Word Network. We appreciate you at this place. We are reaching nations and we are definitely touching lives. God bless you. We thank God. We would love to know you and we would love to relate to you. So please, if you will have any way of getting back to us, please get to us. And we also want to acknowledge every country out there and those that are yet to come on board. We appreciate every one of you and God bless you. Master David, I appreciate you. He's from the United States and then on the chat, they are the ones that are even winning. United States of America on the chat, on the radio chat, they are the more listeners are coming from America and we appreciate that. We thank God for Americans and we thank God for you. Probably it's because of you here. That is why we are getting most of them listening from there. So we thank God for every one of you. Thank you for making time with us. Next week, we will be here in continuation of this same topic. So make a date with us. It is a bye-bye for now. Let me release a little jazz for you. So that
please, a quick one.
Okay.
There was a panelist that we were on a program with a while back. I think I forgot her name. I don't know.
Is it Angela?
I think so. That day we were talking about the father's love. I think she was very.
I think he made the request. The day that Master David made the request that we should come back and talk about it.
Okay. That day that we make a request. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I've not heard from her for a while. I just wanted to find out if she's okay.
Oh, see how beautiful, Angela. See
from her.
Okay.
And
let
us know how she's doing.
She came
I've not heard from her for a while. That's why I just wanted. It just dawned on me. I have to ask.
Ask on her.
She was very instrumental that day.
Oh, we bless God. See love at play here. We appreciate God. Whatever you are doing, you are blessing somebody's heart and you may not know. So, Angela, you were on earlier and then I don't know whether you are still there, but this is from Master David. I will get her and I'll pass the information on. If she was there, I believe that she would have responded. Probably she's off now. So I'll pass it on to her that we want to hear her next week and she'll make herself available so that you can hear her too. Thank you, Master David, for this great quality that you show and then remembering everyone and liking everybody for who they are. We thank God for your life. We appreciate every one of you. And so God bless you. We love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. It is a bye-bye for now. Enjoy this jazz as we get off. We log off. God bless you. Thank you, Dr. Love. God bless you. Mendes, God bless you. God bless you. God bless you all. You are much welcome, Doctor. God bless you, Mendes.